This is Stephen Razor. As you know, I hate human beings, and you're listening to withoutyourhead.com.
It's good to hear your voice, man.
It's good to hear you, too. And it'll be good to see you in a few weeks. Or about a week, actually.
And nice to meet you, Annabella.
It'll be really nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
You've had very good things to say about you.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah, we went to eat some Japanese food when he was in LA. That's fun, you know.
Yeah, well, that was really cool because Laurence and I were there early in LA. We're there, like 2 days early, and I was and Laurence was like, "Do you want to go out to eat with me and Aki?" And I was like, "Well, you sure? Will he be okay? Was he cool if I come along?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he'll be fine." But he's like, "But go and change your shirt," because I had because I just flew from Boston and it was like all wet.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, you don't look like a bum. I was like, "Oh, okay." So.
It was actually first time to see Laurence too.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning that. It was the first time because you guys had talked on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, but it was face to face. First time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared by Laurence first. Before I met him, I didn't know what kind of person he was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it just you kind of see the movie. It's hard to see who he really was, and he did such a great job. So I was afraid maybe he's a crazy person, but he's such a gentleman. I was surprised.
That's actually the first.
A little bit crazy too. So
yeah,
I bet. Yeah. You guys know he wasn't idle.
I remember
he's not.
The very first time I met him was the exact same way. I saw him outside, and I never saw an interview or anything with him at this point in time. I just saw him in the movie, and I saw him outside, and I was thinking, I wonder if he's anything like he is in the movie. Because I remember even some reviews, I remember Roger Ebert had said that, Tom Six just went and found some, a mentally handicapped guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's actor, yeah, just choose. Yeah, it's funny. Tom Six just fundamentally. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, looked like. He did a great job. I totally believed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic, and we've talked to him a few times, and it's just there's so much more to the role than you'd think, because even though he's not speaking, he has to convey everything through his face and through his body language.
Oh yeah. Just he's a brave guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were too, because you did the movie without a previous one to see.
I know, right? We pretty much was the first people who did the Human Centipede. So anybody who participated after us, it's it's easy for them because they didn't have to be scared by Tom Six or Human Centipede. I was very scared when I joined this.
Because that's a strange story for someone to come up with, and then it's almost like going to Hyder's house. Like, what exactly are we in for here?
Yeah.
I could end up actually in this centipede.
Yeah, and we shot it in Netherlands, so they got a plane ticket. I auditioned, and a week later, they fly me to Amsterdam. So all the people in LA felt a little uneasy, like sending somebody to Amsterdam with a filmmaker they don't know, So, but it worked out fine. But I think actors in part 2 and part 3, I think it's easy for them.
Yeah.
To be honest.
No, when you first met, you did the audition over Skype, right?
Yeah. Just like this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this.
Was it video Skype or was it just talking?
It was video Skype. So I could see Tom Six and his producer Ilona Six, who is his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah. I saw them face to face.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you've ever auditioned via Skype? I don't know if is that a normal practice now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was we had a time difference, so it was 1 a.m. in LA, and in the Netherlands it was like 7 a.m. So it was in the morning for them, and it was like late night for me.
Mm-hmm.
and I had to like act like I'm tied up and scream in Japanese, and I had to like kill myself. So cutting my throat.
Right, acting for everyone out there.
Acting, and it was like 1 a.m. So I pretty much woke up my roommates. At the time. I did pretty good. Like I was like, how to do it, for real. So I was like, my roommates thought I was dying.
Yeah, and then they see in front of a computer, and they're like, man, that Aki, he's into some weird stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, and some talking with some Dutch people. That's so weird.
Now, they can make a movie just out of that, I guess.
Yeah. I think they totally can. It's just like, me and Ashley and Ashley, just like, I mean, they are brave. I don't think they were scared. I went to the. I mean, I was nervous, but when I saw them for the first time in cafeteria, we stayed in this like a small hotel, not very nice hotel in Netherlands, Amsterdam, and I saw them at the cafeteria in the morning, where we went to. It was before the shooting starts. We had to go to like special effects guys like studio, and then we had to get our we had to make this like a diaper that we're gonna wear to become the centipede, So that was the first morning I talked to them, and they were like really brave. I don't think they were nervous. I'm sure they were nervous, but it's just working with those brave ladies, it made me feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Also Tom Six and Ilona Six, those director and producers, they are such a professional people. So I just talk to my people in Los Angeles, like, hey, don't worry, it's all good. They give me massage every night because my back hurts sometimes. So it's like they called some massage people, to make sure we are, we are healthy,
Yeah, I'll say, a lot of people think of it, you guys were naked and all stuff, but that would have to be physically tolling, just being on your hands and knees for the whole shoot, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get massage every day, but the scene where I climb upstairs, we climb up. We did that for real, like we had to be the centipede connected and climb the stairs, like this long circling stairs,
Yeah.
So that night, definitely professional people came in, worked on our body. So that was good.
That's very nice. That's very thoughtful.
Yeah. It just shows how professional they are as a producer, as a filmmaker, So they don't just like, hey, do this, It's like, it was cool actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when I talked to you before, you said that when you first read the script, you thought it was funny. It was a funny.
Yeah, I thought it was comedy, man.
Yeah. No, when you first saw the film after it was made, what did you think of it?
We when we were shooting the film, I thought it was horror because the Dita Raza walked in, and Dita was like so scary. So that's the moment I thought, it was horror film. But I saw the movie for the first time in London, the film festival. And man, I saw it. I mean, we saw it with 1,000 people. It was like world premiere, and man, I thought it was fantastic. I was like, I didn't expect. I mean, I knew it was gonna be something extraordinary. Something like people have never seen. But I was like really surprised when I saw it for the first time how well made it was. How like Tom's direction was there, and like cinematography, music. It's like a European movie, which I respect. It's like I was like, wow. Because when
I looked into the cinematographer, and he's done a lot of commercials outside of that, and he's just brilliant. The stuff that happens. I've told people that even if you don't like the movie per se, it's still a well-made movie.
It is. I was and they did a post in like England, and they definitely put up some spent some money into it too. So I was like, wow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my first time to go to like movie theater with like photographers waiting for us, you know, taking photos, walking the red carpet. You know, it was, you know, I was just fresh from my acting school, so so all those experience, I was overwhelmed, and it's something that I remember forever for the rest of my life. You know,
Yeah.
the world premiere of the Human Centipede.
Well, how did the crowd react to the movie? Because, you know, it's a very polarizing film. Some people, you know, really love it, and some people really don't like it. How did the crowd react?
You know, I guess it's people who love horror movies. You know, it's a horror film festival, so they give the best like reaction. You know, like like you know the clapping, like like getting excited, shouting. You know, all those like you know emotions. When the scene was scary, they were like scared. When scene was funny, they were like having so much fun. And it's really one of the best. You know the like experience going to the movie theater watching the movie I'm in. You know, it's like they definitely gave the best reaction. Like every time I do some funny stuff, right? You know, and when I attack Dita, like you know, they like you know, it's I had such a good time. But man, let me look it up because I'm like film for Fright Fest.
Aha.
Oh, yeah.
Fright Fest. Yeah. Dude, that's the film festival you need to go.
Yeah, that's supposed to be incredible.
incredible.
It was in London, you know. I was like, oh man, I want to go back there again.
Yeah. Do you think sometimes like a festival in England, sometimes the fans are more appreciative because they don't have quite as many conventions like we do in the United States?
Maybe. I mean, we definitely had much more photographers taking photographs at the red carpet than Scream Fest or what's the name? Scream Fest and Fantastic Fest. I mean, for the Human Centipede, I'm sure they come for other people's film, but as far as the Human Centipede Part 1 goes, I think we have much more crowds, many more people audience and many more photographers for the Fright Fest. So it was good and it was world premiere, Yeah. Oh my god. If you look up, if you say Fright Fest, the Human Centipede, I think you can watch how it was on YouTube. If you can search it. It's like it was so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had the chance to actually see the Human Centipede on the big screen, which I would like to someday.
Oh sure, man. That was the best. I mean, I saw it when the movie came out in New York, when the movie came out in Los Angeles at the Scream Fest, at the Fantastic Fest. It was fantastic. I mean, I American audience, I love it, man. They have the best reaction anyway, So like, so loud, it's like enjoying. Yeah. Because Japanese audience, kind of quiet. When you watch a movie, we tend to. But when the Human Centipede was shown in Japan, people in Japan was going crazy too. So I guess.
I love it.
Impact.
I think it's just the crowd reaction is different because I know in Japanese wrestling the crowd's very quiet and they like clap. Okay. It's different than like when you're watching wrestling in America. So I guess it's just a different way you react. But Annabelle had mentioned too about Japan and what is like how do people see that movie differently in Japan?
No man, it's like it was actually they definitely has a great reaction. I watched it, at like a packed audience, in Japan. Because at that point, the Human Centipede was it was like a year or year and a half later after the
there's all a build up about it.
Yeah. So Japanese audience knew what is, they advertised great too, man. They had the advertisement at the Shibuya station. It's like the most intense film coming this summer, like they like hyped it up. So we had like, it was like packed audience, and we had like some Japanese celebrities who came here standing up to see the movie because like they couldn't get in. it was great, and they were like, giving us
That must
applause.
be amazing for you to know that. I'm sure celebrities that you were familiar with all of your life
Yeah.
going to see your movie.
Yeah. Oh my God, amazing. I mean, man, I'm huge fan of Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And when the movie opened in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
there was a big guy, tall guy, showed up. Like 10 minutes before the movie starts, and it was Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
I was
wow.
like, oh shoot! And they had a lot of people. I mean, he just
Yeah.
kind of came in and he bought his own ticket and he went in. And I was like, oh my gosh! I was like telling the theater people, like, oh man, you do have like a VIP room? Like, it's a Quentin Tarantino. He's gonna get like so many people come at him, like.
Mhm.
Do you have like some room he can like stay, man, before the movie starts? And the people at the theater, he's like, hey, we have a VIP room. And he took Quentin Tarantino to this like small like storage room,
Yeah.
which wasn't VIP at all. So he was like, oh man, I just sit down, I just wait at the lobby. I thought it was funny. I was like, what kind of VIP room is this?
Just put him in the closet.
Yeah, but it was kind of cool to see like him, like such a famous guy, like just chilling out, just going to the movie theater
Mm-hmm.
as an audience, as a movie fan, and just chilling out at the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I was shy actually to him. I couldn't say I grew up watching his movie. I was like, oh, I just like, yeah, thank you so much. But it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And all
That's
those,
amazing.
like you said,
I can't
all
even
those
imagine.
yeah, and Japanese celebrities who
Like
came
you
to
said
see
earlier, this was your first break as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, it was like my actually like a first movie almost. I mean, I
Yeah.
did like some TV, like I was in like reality TV in America. I was somebody who set people up at
Yeah.
for MTV and VH1 like reality TV, but like real. And I did some independent movies before that, but yeah, it was like first break, like first movie that was shown like all over the world. Shown at the film festival. All those. Yeah, it was like.
Yeah.
It was definitely a big break because after that I did like TV show Heroes and I end up acting in Japanese movies. So I have a huge respect, man, to for the Human Centipede. It just pretty much the movie started my career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how does it feel? Because now I think it's very obvious that this movie, no one's going to forget this. It's not going to disappear. This is a movie that is going to be infamous forever.
Yes.
So that must be. I mean, there's a lot of good movies out there, but they're not like this film. This is.
Yeah.
It's a little different. How does that feel?
I mean, it's as an actor, I'm always a Human Centipede guy. You know what I mean? Like people, like let's say, I did this TV show in Japan, and Japanese, if every time they mention me, the Akihiro Kitamura of the Human Centipede. I'm very honored because I love the movie. And but as an actor, I think you have to find a project that I have to always look for the project that the top the Human Centipede. It's such a huge thing. So as an actor, I'm always looking for the project that's more crazy, more fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's so hard, so hard to find. It's like as far as horror film goes, something like that, something original like that is hard to find.
Yes.
So it's like I have to try so many different things, and it's good because I have a challenge as an actor, because man, I wish I really want to have that kind of experience again, where you're like, oh my god, this is like, because it's so, as an actor, it's so hard to find something like that where it's like, this is my life work, this is like something. Because I was doing acting. I was like wrote and directed 2 feature films in America before Human Centipede. I was going to acting school for 5 years, so it was like 6 or 7 years of my actor's life, or just me growing up. Growing up in Japan, coming to America, studying English, all these things. When the movie like the Human Centipede comes, like you have to put everything of you into the movie, every talent, because you are like, it's a chance to shine. If you don't make it happen, it just you'll be unnoticed forever. It's hard industry as an actor. It's my acting teacher used to say, my acting teacher who passed away, he's a great acting teacher, Al Mancini. He say he has known in his life, he was like 75 when he told me the story. He has known like 10 talented people, top 10 talented people in his actor's life, as an actor, in his life as an actor. And only 5 people you guys know about. Only of those top 10 super talented actor, only 5 people you guys know. But all those 5 people, they weren't successful. Even though they were talented, they didn't, they had some different attitude, or they just wasn't lucky. Even people is talented, it's hard to be successful in this world,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
something like that, the Human Centipede comes in. I was scared, but when I read the script, I thought it was genius. That's why I told Tom Six at the first Skype interview, because I had to read the script before we had an audition, which is rare,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, you genius. You are like, this is like, whether I get the job or not, this is genius stuff. I've never fucking read anything like this. So I was like, oh, you just did a great job. So I was like, when I get this job, I was like, I made sure, I put everything I learned, every experience into it. So hopefully in the future, I come across a project like this, so I can put all my experience, into it,
Mm-hmm.
That's an excellent attitude, because I know there's so many movies, TV shows, etc., where a person can get typecast. You mentioned that you come on shows and they say from Human Centipede, and I could see getting very resentful about that. But instead, you want to take that and use it to continue to do more. You have had fun with it, and that you want to grow from that. And you don't mind doing stuff that's similar to that. In fact, it sounds like you would really enjoy doing similar, crazy out there things, that's excellent. I mean, there's such a positive attitude. It sounds like it would be a pleasure to work for you or with you.
Oh yeah, because I mean, the Human Centipede opens the door for me. Most of the movies that I did after the Human Centipede, I got offered. I mean, I have some project like Heroes TV shows. I had to audition. Most of the films in America and in Japan, I got offered because of the Human Centipede because the director or producer saw my work in the movie. So I have a great appreciation, and it's I wanna keep I just wanna keep entertaining my audience, people who love my work at the Human Centipede. I hope they can enjoy the movies I do, because I try to do a job like that, original, like exciting, like edgy, like people like get excited, like to hear the movie, like to see the movie, So it's like I'm very excited.
What was it like when it was about, a little bit after the movie was out, when like different TV shows would start to like parody it or bring it up, like South Park. What's it like when you start to see like it, it's the mainstream like notices the film, and then shows like South Park are talking about it?
I think the first time I thought it was overwhelming, like, oh my god, was when the Human Centipede, IFC Films released the trailer and the poster of the Human Centipede.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of people start talking about it. Like, I search the Human Centipede in Twitter, Twitter search. Oh, so many people, what the fuck is this movie? So that's the time I was like, oh my god, this movie is going crazy. Because when we were shooting the movie, it didn't have distribution. It was like independent film,
Mm-hmm.
Independent, like foreign film. So I didn't know it was going to come to America or any other countries. So when the trailer came out, all those reactions in the Twitter, Facebook, it started to become overwhelming. Like, oh my God, a lot of people is talking about it. And then all those media, all those pop culture start to pick it up, like, the South Park and all those like, like people at the presenter at Emmy, like George Clooney mentions the Human Centipede, like Scarlett Johansson talk about the Human Centipede when he came to the like Tonight Show. It's like I was like, wow, all of those things were like almost like it's like somebody else's work. It's very exciting. I think when Tom and Ilona came to America, I think it was they were doing something about the Human Centipede too. I forgot why they were in LA, but they came to LA and I was like, I want to treat them. So I not treat them, but I just want to show them around. So Ilona and Tom and my friend and I went to Chateau Marmont, which is like where the celebrity like in LA. It's like a trendy hotel bar, And we went in there. When we came out, the paparazzi from TMZ, like find out we are from the Human Centipede. So they start to the interviewers like taking photos of us, as like people like from who created the Human Centipede. And it was overwhelming too. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
It's like felt like a celebrity, like, oh shit, like wow. I guess they are waiting for Lindsay Lohan to come out, but they just shot us instead, It was on TV, so it's something like that. All those pop culture. I had fun with it, I knew it was like it's like a wave come at you. And you just have to enjoy like riding the wave, You cannot you couldn't be like, oh, I'm fucking famous. I'm the best, You didn't want to have that kind of mentality. You still want to be modest about it because you were like, I think it's kind of sucks when when it's like, yo, I'm big shot, when something like that happens. So that's like it's like a fast wave, You just have to ride it and have fun and I think everybody, me, director Tom, actress like the Ashley Ashling, we had such a good time.
No, were
Just
you always?
Yeah.
Were you always a fan of horror movies?
I like the movies. I wasn't a huge fan. Like I wasn't like I don't know. I only before the Human Centipede, I saw like only like 2 or 3 Fridays the 13th movie. I wasn't the like big horror fans who sees like everything that comes at you. I was like I enjoyed like Hostel because it was like entertaining.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like Hills Have Eyes. That kind of like I wasn't like deep hardcore fans because of Human Centipede. I saw like only the movies that come to me.
Yeah.
But after the Human Centipede, I was like I start to. I end up getting connected with the people from horror industry. Like I start to go to the convention. I get connected with I got connected with Eli Roth on Twitter. All those like horror people was so nice. So I started to be really interested in horror movies. So now I can say I'm a big fan of horror movie. I have seen like a lot of it. It's like still major stuff like Insidious. All those like like crazy violent movies like that. Like what's the name? What's the movie that Ethan Hawke is in? What's the name of the movie? You guys know?
The Purge.
Purge, yeah, Purge. Something like that. It's like a horror movie has all different kind of movies. It's like it's not just like a serial killer killing at you. I was like so Purge and all these genre movies. I start to be really interesting. So I'm watching like everything that comes to me. Now.
So, what kind of movies did you like that made you want to be an actor?
Oh man, what kind of movie? I really like I always had a good time with the movies that's like an edgy movie. Like I like always Tarantino movies because it's like it's exciting. Some violent stuff happens. I was like, oh shit. I like something like where I can say, oh shit. Like oh man. So I was like, liked Pulp Fiction. I liked the Train Spotting. That's probably the best movie.
I'm a big fan of Train Spotting too.
Train Spotting was awesome. Like something like that, like some different movie where like just kind of challenges you. You know, like Train Spotting is like a movie about drug addict, but it was kind of like it wasn't like sad or anything like that. You know, it's kind of I like the movies that I get like shocked. When we leaving the movie theater, you know, like Requiem for a Dream, like, you know, Fight Club, like all these, like, you know, the movies, I guess, you know, I guess people likes too, you know, it's like challenging movies. So I think it was natural for me to be part of the Human Centipede. I wasn't scared, you know, I wasn't like, I could see myself in it, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I know you mentioned Hostel and Eli Roth. I know Eli Roth, like he's a big fan of the Human Centipede. He said it was like the most like he actually got sick. I think he said when he saw it. So what's that like? You know, someone you watched their movie of, and now you said you know connected with, and he was watching your film. That'd be something.
Yeah, I mean, Eli Roth is my hero because he's like part of a Tarantino family, which I follow. You know, I'm like huge fan. So I of course I have seen Hostel before he was a Human Centipede, you know. And you know what? Actually, you know, Eli Roth gave us a quote, and it's on DVD of the Human Centipede cover, the part 1. He said he got like I forgot what it was, but he said he got sick, and it was like the best compliment he can give to a horror film, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know who got his quote? It's me, you know, because I got connected with Eli Roth before Human Centipede came out. I got connected with him on Twitter. Like we started like, you know, like he followed me, so we like started to direct message each other. And I was like, hey, you know, Eli, I have a movie coming up called The Human Centipede. Can you watch the movie before it came out? Because I think I want to get like a celebrity's reaction, you know. It's good for distribution company people. So I was talking to him. And he gave me his email address. He's like, sure, you know, why not? I want to watch the movie. So I connected him and IFC Film, which produced, which distributed the Human Centipede in the North America, you know. So I'm the one who actually connected the IFC and the Eli Roth. And I guess they had either private screening or IFC people send him a DVD screener. And got a quote from him, you know, so I was very happy that I kind of worked for it, and the result came out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's on DVD cover, you know. And he's such a good guy, you know. When Tom Six started Twitter, you know. He wasn't sure if it was real Tom Six or not. Eli Roth wasn't sure. So he like messaged me like, is this like real Tom Six? You know, like. So, and I asked Ilona because I wasn't sure either. So I asked Ilona, who is his sister, like producer, is this real Tom Six just started Twitter? You know, and she's like, yeah, actually it's real Tom. So I told Eli like, yeah, it's real. You know, he's real, man. I like him. I like Eli Roth. He's like he's a cool guy, you know. Yeah, nice guy.
Now you also direct films. Would you like to do, what kind of films do you direct, and what kind of films would you like to direct?
Oh man, if I get to direct a movie again, I want to make horror movie. You know what I mean? I want to make like edgy movie like Human Centipede. Like now, I cannot direct any other movie because it's Human Centipede is such out there, and I know having the concept, he already had success when Tom Six came up. The idea of the Human Centipede, he's already successful. So I have to look for the project like that, you know. If I cannot find any project other than that, I think it's not good, you know. Like it's hurdle is much higher now. So I hope right now I'm concentrating on acting because I have fun and it's less pressure, you know.
Yeah.
When I made the movies, 2 feature films. Actually, you can check out one movie I directed, I'll Be There With You on Netflix. I'll Be There With You, starring Daniel Baldwin. It's kind of like a love story, kind of horror movie. You know, it wasn't like The Human Centipede, but we shot it 10 years ago. You know, so hopefully I find a project like the Human Centipede, something very original
Yeah.
to direct. But now I'm concentrating on acting. You know, I'm learning a lot as a filmmaking too. You know, working with a director like Tom Six. I've been working with a Japanese filmmaker Shion Sono. He's a great director, man. Learn so much from him. You know.
What kind of films have you been making in Japan?
Has he?
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been. You know, I did Shion Sono's. I'm actually in the Shion Sono. It's a Japanese filmmaker. I think it's one of the best Japanese filmmaker right now. It's like Miike Takashi or Shion Sono. And personally, I think Shion Sono is number one because obviously I worked with him with two movies.
Uh-huh.
He made a movie called Why Don't You Pray in Hell? It's movie about this yakuza who like decided to make a movie about his daughter who wants to be actress. So he like they actually decided to make a like shoot because they had like a rival yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like there was a war going on. So this yakuza boss decided to shoot this war and getting involved with like amateur filmmakers and getting the casting his daughter as a lead actress, and they just get the fucking samurai and the sword ready with a camera, and then go into the rival gang and they shoot like fucking killing each other, you know, like daughters killing people, you know. It's the one of the very exciting genre movie came out from Japan like last year. It's coming out actually this year in America. Theaters in America. Why don't you play in hell? And I'm in the movie, so check it out, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds very cool.
Yeah, and I recently did a Japanese movie, another Shion Sono movie called Tokyo Tribe, which is coming out August 30th in Japan. And I'm sure you can watch it in America too. It's like about set place in the near future in Tokyo, and it's about Japanese gangs and hip hop. So it's like it's a lot of tribes in Japan in Tokyo. They like fight each other. They have a war, you know. But they're also like a rapper, so they're like it's like a musical rap, hip hop musical action adventure movie.
Wow.
You know, and it's exciting, man. And I play the manager of this like a prostitution house at this location. You know, I play the manager of this prostitution like whorehouse kind of a thing.
Right.
So I get to be crazy in the movie, you know. And I do some hip hop too. Like I do some rhyme in Japanese, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's a movie to look for, you know.
Yeah. You do your own hip hop. You do your own singing.
Yeah. We had a like a hip hop artist, like a mentor, you know, teacher who taught us how to do rap. So I have my own like this I cannot say it right now because it's gonna spoil the movie, but I have my own like a line. I mean, all my lines actually I had to rhyme it, and I had to do.
Yeah.
I had to rap my lines, you know, which was very exciting.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So why don't you play in hell? Tokyo Tribe, Shion Sono. You check it out. Shion Sono. If you search Shion Sono on Netflix, I think you can watch his movies instant streaming. You know, check out the movie like called Fish. You know, it's you get excited. If you like Human Centipede, you will enjoy Shion Sono movie. It's like edgy, bloody, lot of sex, violent. You know, crazy movie.
Cool. I'll definitely check those out.
Yeah, Shion Sono is like Tom Six from Japan, so he's definitely gonna make a movie in US too. So he's like a Miike Takashi, you know. So he's definitely good to know the name. I mean, I'm sure people knows. What am I saying? I think people who is reading your website, checking out your website, many people knows about him. So you know, I'm just saying, you know, the movie I'm in, and I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know about the humans, Shion Sono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I want to let everyone know coming up just next week, Friday 13th weekend, 13th to the 15th, at the Tropicana in Atlantic City, New Jersey. You're going to be part of yes, Bizarre A.C.
Bizarre A.C, man.
Looking forward to that.
I hope a lot
That'd be
of people comes.
Yeah, me too. We were
Dude,
at,
I think
yeah, I'm sure. I see you. I see you have a good time with you. Let's go for a drink.
yes.
yes.
Yeah, I hope a lot of horror fans comes. We have a good time with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, man,
I
I'm
would
down to
love to.
us.
Mm-hmm.
That would
I'm
be great.
down to my ass, but I'm down to us.
Have you been to Atlantic City before?
No, never. First time.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
really.
is it exciting?
Yeah,
I think it'll be really strange. When Neil and I went, it was in the winter, and winter, any beach place up north is very quiet. I think it's going to be very different in the summertime.
Oh wow.
There's going to be a lot of people there.
Oh wow. Oh my god. And as you see this, I'm wearing Japanese jersey. 14th of June, we're gonna have a first World Cup match supporting Japan too. Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah, 14th of June. When I'm in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be watching soccer, man. I'm gonna be enjoying.
how does it feel going to these different conventions and meeting all of these different actors you might not have a chance to meet otherwise?
It's such a nice people. I was like, when I first started going to conventions, it's all those horror icons. Like it's those people who I don't get the chance to meet. So I became like a fan too, and they are such a nice people. So like we exchange each other's like signed photo. Hey, I give you mine, you give me mine. People talk about the Human Centipede, like compliment each other. It's a nice community almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see one person at another convention, I say, oh, I see you again, oh man, you again,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's exciting. I was super excited to meet Danny Trejo. I met Danny Trejo at Boston convention, Rock and Shock
Rock
or
and
something like
Shock.
that.
Yeah, that's by us.
Yeah. Yeah. That I met Danny Trejo, and I was like, oh man, took a photo with him, So it's exciting too.
Yeah.
For me.
He's
Yeah.
super nice guy.
Super nice.
He's a really, really nice guy. Very laid back.
Yeah. Oh man, somebody like that, it's cool, And I listen to them, and they, listen to what they are doing, and I get advice from them, because I'm newcomer, So it's good.
Yeah.
Every time I go to a convention, I learn something from people or from fans too,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just like I'm super looking forward to going to Bizarre A.C.
Mm-hmm. And a guy like Danny Trejo, he's been, in all kinds of films, big films, small films, and but he's a very approachable guy. You can just go up to him and talk to him, and I think that's what I really like about the horror conventions. Like you said, it is like a community. All the fans, the actors, the vendors, stuff. Everyone. It's like just a big group of people that like the same thing.
Yeah. It's nice, and without the support of horror fans, we die, like for real,
Mm-hmm.
we cannot survive. So yeah, man, people come to Bizarre A.C. Come, let's have fun.
Yeah.
Support Japan during World Cup, okay?
Exactly. And the website's up on our site now, but it's bizarreac.com. Go and get. It's only like $25 a day, and they have like specials for the whole weekend.
Nice.
And they also have you can also get a special convention rate for the hotel if you use click off the website. So.
Oh yeah, let's have fun in Atlantic City. That's really great.
Yes.
And I haven't done convention for like a year almost. Wait a minute. Last time it's like maybe a year. Last time I saw you, it was my last convention.
Oh, in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't been to like other states for convention for a long time,
Yeah. Aki only does conventions that I'm at. It's in his contract.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Me too.
True.
Yeah. But something too at the conventions, the vendors, and a lot of people make like neat little Human Centipede stuff. There's been pillows, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Clay guy. He makes a really cool thing. Any of those things stand out to you? Like some of your favorites, like some like either fan made or vendor made Human Centipede stuff.
They made this like a Human Centipede toys. You know, like it was like really it was just Japanese guy and two girls.
Yeah.
I forgot who made it, but it was so well made.
Yeah.
But I think it was actually fun. Fun made this like a crazy toy, which I couldn't keep it. I just took a photo of it. It was like man, it was such a delicate work. I hope, man, it's not on sale or anything like that. Oh man, we have so many stuff like that. Fan made a poster of us. Fan made like a picture, like what do you call that? It's like a video game kind of like a dot.
That's awesome. The Centipede game.
Yes.
I love that game.
Like something like that. It's like all those Human Centipede toys, Human Centipede arts, that I appreciate. So every time I go to the Holland convention, that's something I look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people who draw, like there's the comic artist too. I went into the vendor and he draws some picture for me.
Yeah.
He made my character like a zombie. Yeah, so something like that. It's so exciting. Like people is pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Annabelle has made something very cool for our website that is a Human Centipede related, and we'll have that in New Jersey. So.
It's a nice sticker.
Check it
Very
out.
nice sticker. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No, I don't.
Human Family Feed. I'll send a copy away.
Yeah. Because I see so many Human Centipede related pictures. Like it comes to me. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
So crazy. It's overwhelming sometimes.
People that get like. Neil and I both are giant fans of Human Centipede, but I've seen people with Human Centipede tattoos, and that blows my mind.
Oh yeah. I met a guy in Texas, Austin, Texas, with a Human Centipede foot tattoo, and he was cool. I mean, I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you for love so much. Human Centipede tattoo. I mean, yeah, a lot of people they go like they love the movie, which is cool. I don't have any problem with that. Thank you.
I don't think movie in the world. Well, I mean, there are some really cool tattoos. You can see people have all kinds of different stuff, but man, I think some guy do something for charity.
He got the Human Centipede. He got it like a lower back tattoo.
Yeah, there's a tramp stamp on a man.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
It was like right over his butt crack. But I guess it was for a good cause. But that's something.
Hey, Human Centipede, it's always connecting people. That's good,
Exactly. That's actually how Annabelle and I met was through Human Centipedes.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I did a painting. I did a painting, and Neil liked it, and then we started talking.
Oh, that's how you guys got together?
Yeah, for the show. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then we started talking. If I saw he's from a town or near a town that I have family from, and he shared one of his interviews with me, and then we just became friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, it's connecting.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be connected.
Thank you, because without you, Neil and I would not have ever become friends. That's true.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, it's always meant to be.
It's very cool.
As I always say, Human Centipede brings people together.
Yeah, always do. It's positive energy.
Yes. It was actually in the interview I shared with Annabelle was with Dieter Laser, and he had told the story during that interview, and he's a very not laid back, but he's a serious guy and stuff. But there was one part of the interview I noticed there was a slight difference, and it was when he was telling a story about where he almost kicked you in the face, and
yeah.
and then when I brought that up to you actually when we were LA. And you told the story, and he was very emotional about it, and it was very interesting. I don't know if you'd want to retell that story.
No, I can retell. I mean, Dita, man, he was staying the character whole time when we were shooting part 1, you know. I mean, that's how he does it. And me too. I was staying the character too. But there's a one scene where he.
Scary man. You're like a cool Japanese guy. He's a scary man.
He's a scary German guy who is like, and he was drinking only like green juice. Like he wasn't like eating with us when we were shooting the movie. He was just kind of distant, you know, kept the distance between him and other people. So it was hard to. I mean, it was hard to become friends with him when we were shooting the movie, because you know, what's the point of becoming friends? You know, it's like we are shooting a movie. He wanna stick to his acting, and I wanna stick to his acting. So we had that tension always when we are shooting the movie. Not bad tension, positive tension. But you know, when we shot the scene where his character kicked my face because I bite him like a dog, you know. And then this Dita's character kicked my face in like 3 times. When we were shooting the scene, we rehearsed it, and how we rehearsed it, and where the camera was, his feet doesn't have to come close to my face, and he's an older guy, so he was he wasn't like accurate when he was kicking. You know, he was I was like, wait a minute, this is something I need to watch out for, because he's not. We shot the scene where he picked my body up. He took me and he picked up my body. He carried my body from his car. He was kind of shaking. He was like, you know, wasn't the strongest guy. So I was like, okay, I got to watch out for this thing, like, because he might really kick me in the head, you know. And him staying in the character, I was like, let's watch out, you know. So we rehearsed, like I made sure we rehearsed the scene. And when we say action, when Tom say action, his foot touched my nose. So I was like, wait a minute, cut. Hey man, what the fuck you doing, man? Let's just do like how we rehearse. Your feet doesn't have to come close to me. We have a camera here. Because of the camera angle, man, just do your fucking shit like we did in rehearsal, you know. But he called me, you chicken shit! And at the time, I was staying Katsuro, you know. I was like, angry characters. So I said, what? You call me chicken shit? You know, so I got so angry. I was like, you know, you want to fight? You know, like, I was like getting into I was aggressive too. He was aggressive too. He's like, you chicken shit! Wah! So we are almost getting into a fist fight. Everybody stopped us and like.
On set. What happened with everyone else? Were they just staring, or did they try to get you guys to stop?
People actually came really quick between us because we are really gonna go for it. You know, like I was like, oh my god, this, and it's almost we are fighting as a character too, because we had such a tension in the movie. Yeah. So as actor, you it's hard to be. I mean, even though somebody say cut, you kind of still in the character mode. You know, you still have the. Yeah. You know? So it was actually worked out fine. The fact that me and Dita went at it for that thing, it worked out fine because we could use that for the rest of the shooting. And cool thing about Dita, I was like, oh fuck this, you know. So I went back to our dressing room. People followed me, like, you know, Ilona and Tom were like, you okay, you know, like. And Dita came to our room and he apologized. Hey, sorry, you know, I was out of line, and I apologized too because he's respectful actor, you know. I was like, I shouldn't say, hey man, what the fuck, you know, from the first place. So I was aggressive one too. So I apologized. We shake hands, and we actually had some kind of a respect to each other because of that. You know, we are both actor who wants to use that. So after that, it was very easy to work with Dita. You know, it was like he knew what kind of actor I am, and I knew what kind of actor he was. So it was like mutual respect was created, you know, for that incident. But hey, man, he touched my nose, though. Like, that was crazy. Yeah.
That's pretty scary. And I'm sure, because every other action movie kind of sequence, any kind of violence, anything where another person touches another person that could hurt, I'm pretty sure other films, they don't actually touch each other. So you kind of have that expectation going in that, okay, we're going to have a camera angle and we're going to have a sound effect and it's going to look like this happens, but it doesn't actually have to happen.
You know what's crazy? It happens a lot. For some reason, for my acting career, after the Human Centipede, I did like this movie called Roadside Fugitive, Saitama no Rapper, Roadside Fugitive, which is it's another Japanese hip hop movie. I got punched. This lead character, he was wearing big ring, and he punched me, and we didn't have like action coordinator at that time, so he actually really punched me with his ring. So my face was like bleeding, and they had to call the ambulance.
Oh wow,
that was crazy too. I had to go to like X-ray and check my head. And then I have to go back to the movie set. That was crazy time. And also, when I was shooting a TV series in Japan called Onna Nobunaga, it's a samurai TV show. Yeah. I got kicked by the horse. Like horse fucking like full on kicked me, right? Like boom! Like I was wearing a Japanese armor, so it was bent, but it saved my life, So for some reason, all those things keep happening to me. So I have to really make sure.
Kickable? What are you doing to these people that make them want to hurt you?
I know, that's crazy, right? So I had to watch out. I had to watch out. Even horse wants to kick me, and I couldn't say horse. You fucking motherfucker, man! Like so I couldn't. I had to be cool with horse because he was much stronger than Dieter, Yeah, respect. So I was like, "Yo, horse, please." Yeah, it's been actor's life. Sometimes it's tough.
And I did not kick Aki in LA. There's no physical.
Yeah. No, you can't kick me, man. That's wrong, man. We're not shooting. When we're shooting, you can kick me, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, I might just get angry. That's all,
Sounds good to me. So again, to let everybody know, Bizarre AC, June 13th to the 15th, Tropicana, Atlantic City, bizarreac.com.
Yes, you got the Bizarre AC.
Yes, this will be a good time. Now you have a panel, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's it's Friday. Friday, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I totally forgot, but...
But
yes, we have a Human Centipede panel. Check it out. You go to bizarreac.com. Is that what the website is?
Yes.
Yeah, go to bizarreac.com and find us. We have a panel. I think it's on Friday afternoon. Me and lovely Ashley Annie and Ashley C. Williams. It's so Ashley and Ashley. It's like so similar names,
Yeah.
But Ashley and Ashley, they're gonna be here. We're all the Human Centipede, the original cast. So
yeah, that's very cool.
We don't really get the chance to meet each other, so it'll be nice to be connected again.
Yes. When you guys are at a convention together, do people ever ask to get like a photo with all three of you?
Yeah. You can take a photo with us, all three of us. We're not gonna be all on four.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but we can be like, connected like sideways or connected like this. We have no problem taking group photos. Yeah, hold hands.
No, what did you think of the sequel?
Oh man, I thought part 2 when I saw it for the first time. I thought it was sick. Like I couldn't even me being in the part 1. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? It was so shocking. Tom went crazy with that one. Yeah, Tom and Laurence, and all those people in the part 2, they did such a great job. They are brave. Oh my god.
It's so different.
So different.
It's such a different feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like... it's for the people who criticize the part 2 as soft. Tom was like, okay, you wanna see something hard? Like you wanna show something? You wanna see something? So he just went at it, He's like, he definitely made those people be quiet with part 2. He's like, man, that was disturbing for sure. From beginning to end. I mean, that was, and that's cool about Tom Six. He doesn't do even with his own series, he always trying to create something original.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm looking forward to part 3. I don't know anything about part 3, but I'm looking forward to it.
Have you seen the picture of Laurence and Dieter yet? You must have seen
I saw
that.
the picture. I saw the picture. That's the only thing I know about part 3. Yeah, so I'm very excited.
It's very interesting because they're both playing Americans, so that I can only guess. I mean, is it going to be just funny and disgusting? Because it kind of right now, I feel like it looks funny and disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it being politically incorrect, and it's in America. So I'm very curious as to where this is going to go.
I kind of like not knowing too much about it, so
yeah, and it's Tom Six, so it's like let's enjoy, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually going to be in it.
Oh, you are going to be?
I was, but I actually just sent pictures and stuff to Tom Six, and he wanted me to be in it. It's just a small one of the centipedes, but I wasn't an LA native, so I couldn't do it.
Oh, I see.
You could have said that you live with Aki.
I should have.
Yeah.
You know that you could have said that's where you were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh shit! I guess they didn't have they wants to hire people in area, huh?
Yeah, I think for the for the extra roles.
Wow! I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's very cool, and I'm looking forward to watching some of your other films and seeing some of your other work.
Yeah,
please. Tokyo Tribe coming out.
There's something on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. Yeah, search my name, come out. You can please check it out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, we want to thank you for talking to us tonight.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
A pleasure. Really looking forward to meeting you in just less than a week, I think now.
A week. It's a week. Yeah, in a week for sure. Let's have fun, you know.
And she wasn't making it up either. I always do talk highly of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I guess see you later then.
Yeah, we'll talk to you very soon.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see you soon, okay?
Yeah, we'll get a drink in Atlantic City.
Yeah, it's been pleasure talking to you guys.
Pleasure is all ours.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Laurence R. Harvey, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com. Although how you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com without your head, I simply don't know.